Pam, ready? No? Call to order the regular meeting of Independent School District 695, which is in Minnesota. Roll call, please.
Director Karati Simon,
Here.
Director Lappy, Director Raha,
Here.
Director Randa Sauter,
Here.
Director Rice, here, Chair Casey.
Here, thank you. Any in the audience wishing to address the board at this point? Mr. Beluso? Okay, moving on. Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director
Support.
Randa Sauter, support by Director Raha. Any discussions, additions, deletions?
Do we want to add a posting for the coaches, or is that just being done automatically?
That can be done.
Okay, good. Establish the resignation.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, reports. Superintendent Perkovich.
Thank you, Chair Casey. So tonight, I just thought I'd go over a couple of things that we've been working on, and some things that are coming up. So the first one that I know is important to everybody is now that our preschoolers are back this week, our numbers have gone up a little bit. We're at 687, which is 22 less than we ended the year with. So we're getting closer to having that even number. One of the things to point out this year is that last year at this time, we had 18 students that were taking 5 or more courses PSEO. This year, we do have 35 students taking 5 or more courses PSEO. So that is something that's telling us that our families understand that there is value in the PSEO. I'm not sure that they understand what that means entirely for the school district, but it's up to us to really start looking at some opportunities to bring those college and the schools classes back here so that the families can realize those same benefits without the kids leaving the campuses. So I know that that's gonna be a big push and something that we need to be looking at along the way. So with that, we have also done a little bit more digging. I said we're gonna be digging for a while to try to find out as much as we can about data. And the first thing that I want to report on is really related to attendance. Attendance at the state level was reported at 64.3. And while it's not that much higher, we did find a couple little errors in the way things were being reported. Our actual calculation that is going through the state through an appeal is 68.8. While that is not significantly higher, it is 4% higher. So we wanted to make sure our baseline data was accurate so that we knew exactly where we needed to go. Primarily, we are still seeing that that's at the high school level, and there's some things that we need to do at the high school level to bring those numbers up. Our numbers at the elementary level with the programs that have been in place with Check and Connect or with the attendance pilot program, they are working. We did not bring them in at the high school level last year. So it's brand new this year to the high school. So we're hoping to realize some of those same things. The other thing is really we're gearing up to start looking at some of our systems as we're going a little bit further. And so our first in-service with all of our teachers is next Monday, the 29th. So there's no school for students on the 29th, but all of our staff is here. That includes all of our teachers and all of our paraprofessionals, which is something a little bit unique. But we have REDAC dollars and MTSS dollars specifically designed to train the paraprofessionals. So we're going to take this opportunity to really talk about some brain science and what the brain of a Gen Xer looks like versus a Gen Zer versus a Gen Alpha, and how that different brain development guides and determines what instructional practices may or may not work within a classroom. Because the way that I was taught, that world doesn't exist anymore. We need to now teach for a completely different type of world. and we need to prepare our teachers to start being ready for that. We're gonna take some time also that day to start looking at training our paras and our teachers in intervention groups. So our elementary teachers do a bang up job, right, of interventions and like centers that you might see, that's another word that people use. Teachers at the K-6 level do that all the time. And then something happens in 7th grade where they say, well, we're not gonna do that anymore. Now we're gonna lecture and hope that you can regurgitate that information back to us. And we know that the brain science is saying that that model doesn't work anymore. So how do we use some of our fast bridge data to help our teachers have some small groups in their classrooms at the high school level? What does that look like? So we'll be spending some time looking through that data and those practices on Monday. Other just kind of announcements. I reported last time that I had applied for a $50,000 grant. Noah and I worked together for a cybersecurity grant. You'll see that on the agenda today. We've already received approval for that. So that is some money that will be coming back into the district that will help with things like the ballistic glass or secure entries or key fobs, things that were already going in the building, but this helps offset some of that cost and allows us to use $50,000 in a different place throughout the facility. So that'll be coming in. You'll see that we also have a boiler operator MOU on the agenda tonight. There was a typo in it, not in the one that you're seeing. There was a typo in one that the union saw. So I've worked with the union. The typo was related to an hour. So it was supposed to say what it says in your contract, 5 to 6:30 a.m. When it went to the union, it said 6 to 7:30. They don't anticipate that this is an issue, but it does need to go back through their channels. They anticipate meeting Wednesday to go back through there. So if that is approved at this level tonight, then we would be able to move forward on a boiler operator position. Let's see. The only other kind of big things to note, it's homecoming kickoff starts next Friday. So it goes the week after that. Next Friday afternoon is the kickoff pep assembly. So if you want to get that on your calendar, that's around 2:15, 2:20 Friday afternoon. So that tends to be a pretty fun week. I'm out Monday and Tuesday at the superintendent's conference, so I will be there pending any emergencies here on campus. And before we leave, if you want to make sure that you grab your certificate of appreciation from MSBA, as it is School Board Appreciation. Any questions for me?
Any questions for the superintendent?
Yeah, I bothered her today. She came into a co-op meeting where she should have been at, and we got a great program with all of these specialists that the co-op has hired to work with math, special ed, paras, blah, blah, blah. And as the superintendent just indicated, para training. When would we ever have para training? Now they have people dedicated to para training. That's excitement. That, to me, that shows that they want to try and get something going with paras. Paras are very important in our school, and I think it's just worthwhile that we have people that are hired by the co-op, who is a top shelf organization. They're run very well. They have great people. And they're going to be in here from time to time doing training. And I applauded them for that. I thought that was just great. So, and then I told Lisa to get back to work.
So I did,
Thank you. Any other questions for the superintendent? Moving on, motion to approve the consent agenda. These consist of the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 regular meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Randall-Sauter,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7 under personnel, item number A, motion to approve a 7-month leave of absence for Nick Hill from the custodian/bus driver position of AFSCME Union 536.
All motion.
Motion by Director Raha,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion? Just wish Nick a speedy,
Yeah, I saw him
speedy
last
recovery.
week and he just was so sad. He loves his job, so it's, yeah, I felt bad for him. He's struggling a little bit.
Hearing no other discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, transfer of Tim Kirsch into long-term substitute custodian / bus driver for day shift.
Motion.
Motion by Director Crowdy Simon,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion?
Is this replacing Mr. Hill?
That is replacing Mr. Hill, and then a long-term sub for Tim has also been posted, so if you know anybody looking for that, we're looking for applicants.
Great, okay.
Somebody that might be interested, and we can talk about that after.
And that's afternoon shift.
That would be afternoon.
Oh, never mind.
That's why I said it, because
Hearing no other discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the resignation of Tony Madich as a paraprofessional.
Motion.
Motion by Director Randa Sauter,
Support.
support by Director Raha. Any discussion? As you saw, that Ms. Madich was brought back from her job that she was laid off from, so we wish her the best, we thank her, and good luck. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, motion to approve the resignation of Chelsea Schmidt from assistant girls basketball coach effective September 8th, 2025.
I'll make the motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Director Crowdy Simon, supported by Director Randa Sauter. Any discussion?
I want to say thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Ms. Schmitz for all the time that she's dedicated. Everybody had a chance to read her letter. So, she's done a nice job. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Item E, motion to approve the resignation of Pam Piaski from head girls basketball coach effective September 18th, 2025.
I'll motion.
Motion by Director Raha,
I'll support.
support by Director Randa Sauter. Any discussion? Again, we'd like to thank Pam for her many years of service into the girls basketball program. And wish her the best in her additional time off. Yes.
A little extra fun.
Either one of you, don't look at us because you're gonna.
yeah.
Any other discussion? And do these get posted then just automatically then? We don't have to approve a posting? Okay. Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. Item F, motion to approve the hire of Katie Freiter as a paraprofessional.
I'll motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Director Randa Sauter, supported by Director Crowdy Simon. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item G, motion to approve the hire of Abby Pope as a paraprofessional, excuse me.
I'll motion.
Motion by Director Raha,
Support.
supported by Director Rice. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item H, motion to approve Tom Pascuzzi, John Wagner, Jen Fleming, and Derek Schmitz as volunteer cross-country coaches.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Director Crowdy Simon,
Support.
support by Director Raha. Any discussion? I do have a question, and Ms. Schmitz, being that you're in the audience, why do we need 4 volunteers?
So, I think last year you were under the assumption that I did have 4 or multiple regular, assistants, but however, I have 0 daily assistant coaches. And this is just for an as needed basis, like if I'm at an IEP meeting which runs over, I can call Mrs. Fleming and say, hey, could you please get practice started for me? So it's just to have backup for me, being that I am the only coach for the program.
Makes sense? Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item I, motion to approve the MOU between the Board of Education, Independent School District 695 and AFSCME Local Number 536 regarding the terms of employment for a chief engineer and boiler operator.
A motion.
Motion by Director Crowdy Simon,
Support.
or support by Director Raha. Any discussion? I'm assuming,
He's been doing that right along, right? I mean,
On a contractor
On a
basis,
contract,
on a
yeah,
contractor
okay.
basis, so this actually saves
Yeah.
the district money
Yeah.
by moving from
Yeah.
Austin.
and we welcome George back officially.
I knew you'd come back someday. I just knew it. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, under administrative business, the approval of a resolution to accept donations, and I've got to find it here. Just have to read it. Thank you. This is resolution 25-09-22, resolution accepting donations of $270 from Chisholm Lunch Bunch to support the Chisholm Public School students. Resolution accepting the donation of $400 from the Hug Extravaganza Board to the elementary art program students. And resolution accepting donation of school supplies from Faith Lutheran Church to support Chisholm elementary students.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Director Crowdy Simon,
Support.
support by Director Raha. Pam, can you take roll call?
Director Crowdy Simon,
Yes.
Director Lappy, Director Raha,
Yeah.
Director Radna Sauter,
Yes.
Director Rice,
Yes,
Chair Casey.
Yes, and we thank those organizations for continually supporting us in their effort to make things easier. Item B, motion to approve the managed service contract with TechBec from 9/1/2025 to 8/31/2026.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Raha,
I'll support.
support by Director Crowdy Simon. Any discussion?
This is something that Joel.
Joe requested. I don't recall them being with us before, however.
This replaces CW,
Oh, okay.
No, not contract. and this is about $350 cheaper.
Nice. I remember the CW contract.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Joel, for
Yeah.
talking about.
Motion to approve the 2026 group Medicare rates with Blue Cross Blue Shield from January 1, 2026 through December 31, 2026, as presented.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Director Karati Simon,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion?
Yeah, these, just Medicare rate renewal as of January 1st. It's about a 4% increase on the plan that the majority of our retirees are on, and a 6% increase on the other two, but resulting in about $7 per individual increase monthly. And $7 for the district.
Strictly retirees.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
and Medicare age, retirees.
Yep,
Yeah, they have to be,
65
yeah.
and older,
65
yeah.
and older, yeah.
So I guess this would be an appropriate time to give a pat on the back to Noah. Some of our retirees have asked for ACH direct payments for their insurances, and Noah set that up. They're ecstatic about it, so thank you, Noah, for getting it done. There's one retiree in particular that's
No.
at length, she gives us credit, so we appreciate it. We
Yeah.
appreciate her happiness and Noah's due diligence. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D. Motion to approve the 2025 payable, 2026 proposed levy with the maximum authority as presented.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Director Karati Simon,
Support.
support by Director Rice. Any discussion? As always, in these situations, we set the levy high until a final budget has been established. Therefore, we can reduce the levy. However, if we set the levy very low, we can't increase it from that point. So it always sets the public in a panic at first until you explain it to them. But each year you have to explain, and that's fine. Levies can be a very complicated issue, especially within this county.
I can expand too, we cannot just put in any dollar amounts that we want, there's set limits on the levy. You know, based on a lot of factors, our enrollment, market values, so there's not a lot that the district can control independently to change the numbers up.
Okay. With that said, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, motion to approve the cybersecurity grant in the amount of $50,000.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Director Randa Sauter,
Support.
support by Director Raha. Any discussion?
That's great.
Nice job by the superintendent. That gives us $50,000 somewhere else that, as she stated, and we can allocate somewhere else. Any other discussion? Well, yeah, I'd like to add on to that. We have received that already?
I think we're expected to receive the money mid-October, October 12th, 13th, something like that is when it's expected to hit. But we have to approve that we're willing to accept it.
So if we've already spent the money, all we have to do is show them where we spent it and reimburse ourselves.
As long as it was after July 1st of 2025. So anything from July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026 is eligible expenses.
Any other discussion?
Well, just for argument's sake, does this go back into the bond referendum or does it come into our general fund?
It probably could go either.
Okay, I have a suggestion. Okay, cause I don't know, I've never seen a grant like this for doing something with security and stuff like that. We've just spent the money for cameras and this and that, but I've never seen a grant come back like this, so it's your choice, right?
My recommendation would be that we use it to submit invoices that have already been paid.
Yeah.
And that we use that money to recoup that, so if there's other FF&E expenses
Yeah,
that we incur, because we know that our FF&E budget may not give us every pie in the sky
Yeah.
dream idea, that this allows that opportunity.
okay, great, thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item F, a motion to restart our collaboration discussions with the Hibbing School Board.
I'll make the motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Director Rhonda Sauter, support by Director Raha. Any discussion? This- Yeah, we could. I guess we had mentioned at the last meeting that we were gonna kind of have a list of some of the things that we were going to, that was on our agenda to work with them.
Mhm.
And I'm not, I haven't been advised of any additions. I got an email, as you did last night, from Superintendent Aldrich, wanting to know if we had voted on this yet. But some of the things that Superintendent and I have discussed are collaborative classroom ideas. I think, and I always go back to this because it's very simplistic and that's the way I work. Like driver's training, they have it in school over there. The same person who teaches it over there does it online for us. So it'd be nice if we could set something up through the internet where we could have a classroom at the same time as she's teaching it over there. So those are some of the things that I like to discuss. We've all talked about, as the superintendent before mentioned, the number of students that we have doing PSEO. So I think some of the discussion should center on how to keep our students here, their students in not going over to PSEO and having those classes count as college credits. So those are a couple of things I'd like to discuss with them. And before we set up our first meeting, I'd encourage all of us to think of some things that we can work on. Obviously, we have some of the things that we already do, collaborate on sports and things of that nature, but we talked about it with the previous superintendent also. I know 2 buses are heading out to the Side Lake area or French Township area, things like that. So,
Well, and I'd like to just say, I appreciate the committee that is going to do this. And I am not against, I want everybody to hear me, I am not against collaboration. I just want people to understand that. My feeling is that I trust the people that are on that committee to bring back to us the suggestions and that, and we still discuss it, but I am in no way against it. I am 100% for it. Our students need it. And I am 100% for it. And I just know that. Some people think they get the 2 words mixed up. No, I am not against collaboration in any way, so.
We just need to work on making sure that collaboration is working for both districts and that it's going correctly. And if it's not, then we need to look at other avenues.
Absolutely.
Yes, so, and
Any
that's,
other discussion? The superintendent has suggested that a roll call vote be taken, and I would like to institute that. So, Pam?
Director Karati Lefferts Simon,
Yes.
Director Raha,
Yes,
Director Randa Sauter,
Yes,
Director Rice,
yes,
Chair Casey.
Yes. Motion carries. I guess we'll leave it up to you, Superintendent Berkovich, to gather some dates that may work for that we can
can we,
throw.
just to make it clear, collaboration committee is myself, you and Bob still? Is that what the
Yeah,
board
and-
still wants?
and Shelley was the alternate.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just wanna make sure board is still wanting that as the committee.
And anybody is invited to these meetings. We'll certainly post it or announce it when we can. And you invite the general public to attend and listen. Item G. G through O are the policies. This is the final reading on these policies.
G's the first.
Oh, G's the first reading. Thank you. No,
I didn't catch it before you said it.
those are in my glasses. So item G, first reading of policy 210, conflict of interest for school board members. Hence why Noah was passing out the conflict of interest papers. That is the first reading. Final reading for H through O. Policy number 155, outside agencies supporting schools. Policy 201, legal status of the school board. Policy 202, school board officers. Policy 203, operation of the school board governing rules. Policy 203.2, order of the regular school board meeting. Policy 203.5, school board meeting agenda. Policy 203.6, consent agenda. And policy 506, student discipline. Can I get a motion to approve those policies or to pull a policy if
I'll make the
board so
motion.
desires? Motion by Director Randa Sauter,
For,
support by Director Raha. Any discussion? And again, as you remember, we did pull a policy on the crisis management, still looking at that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye,
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, any discussion for my school board members? Again, just get us a few dates that can work and take into account, please, your time also.
Do you prefer evenings or during the day?
I prefer during the day, but
During the day.
I know Mr. Raha has,
What day of the
Other
week is,
commitments,
does not work for you?
line it up,
and then.
I'll make it work.
Then again, Director Lappy is all of the
Always
available.
available.
And I'd actually like Director Lappy to attend the meetings, but maybe not sit at the table. If the three of us are
The
in
audience,
attendance.
yeah, yeah. It's good that she would be informed, absolutely.
Right, yeah. Any other discussion? Item 10, information. Our activities director, Mr. Vaki, has advised me that our baseball coach, Mr. Provenzino, is being inducted into the Minnesota Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Mr. Provenzino. He's been, I don't know, how many years there.
100.
100 years.
Yeah, I was just manager.
It's your late 20s.
Yeah, let's not age ourselves so much here.
Any other discussion? Again, I'd like to thank both Pam and Chelsea.
Yes, absolutely, guys, thank you so much. We shouldn't bring it up again. I know, I'm ready to
We have volleyball tomorrow night, girls swimming tomorrow, soccer
It's away tomorrow.
is away tomorrow. So.
I
hope
don't
you
know
can
about
attend.
boys.
Volleyball is here, swimming, girls swimming is here. So. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Motion by Director Raha,
Support.
support by Director Randall Sauter. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Time is 5:35. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just throw it.